Welcome to Ash Wednesday. Today is the first day of the Lenten season, a moment on the calendar to pause from our routine, all the busyness, and our noisy world, and to cover ourselves with ashes. Today is special. It is a break from the ordinary, a refuge from the deluge, and a moment to take a rest on the treadmill of life. So again, welcome to Ash Wednesday. In the first reading today, with great warmth and affection, we hear, "Even now, says the Lord, return to me with your whole heart, with fasting and weeping and mourning." Perhaps you return today because receiving ashes is simply an annual practice in your religious or spiritual tradition. If so, come and be fed once more. Perhaps you return today, even though church-going is not part of your regular routine, yet something draws you in this year. If so, I pray that you find that something. Perhaps you return today because you are hurting, and the comfort of a Christian community reveals God's grace to make it through. If so, know that you are loved here. Perhaps you return today because you know it's time to renew your faith life or to make amends for a misstep or mistake. If so, I pray that you know of God's great mercy. Perhaps you return today because life is simply too much, too noisy, too overwhelming, and you need a mental health break. If so, may you find the peace that you seek. Regardless of the path that you took, please know that you are loved, you are important, and you are welcome. As the prophet Joel says of God in that first reading, "For gracious and merciful is he, slow to anger, rich in kindness, and relenting in punishment." So no matter what your journey has been like up until now, today we all begin anew. Ash Wednesday is an annual opportunity for a fresh start. The season of Lent is like spring training, where we don't have to be perfect, but we have to start somewhere. This is a time that we can practice being disciplined, being mindful, and being generous towards others. In the gospel, Jesus gives us 3 ways to practice. In prayer, go to your inner room. In fasting, don't look gloomy, and do it with joy. And in giving to others, do so without fanfare. Now after today, our world will continue to be noisy, overwhelming, even painful. We cannot escape that. But what we can do is find slivers of time to pause for silent prayer, to try a little harder to rid ourselves of unnecessary things, and to offer quiet helping hands when we see others in need. These little practices can go a long way to start anew and act anew. The path forward will be unique for each of us, but today we are here in this place together. Over 1 billion people around the world are doing the exact same thing as you are doing this day. And that leads me to one last thing. We don't have to walk this path alone. Look around today. Notice one another, whether in the church or wherever you find yourself throughout your daily routine. In fact, look around all Lent. Chances are there are people in your life, some you know and some you don't, who want to walk with you. Notice in the second reading today, St. Paul uses the words "we" and "us" quite a bit. Reflect on that and ask yourself, who is your "we"? Who is your "us"? St. Paul says, "Working together then, we appeal to you not to receive the grace of God in vain." This Lent, let's all work together, and in so doing, receive anew these graces of God. For the Lord wants to walk with you. We want to walk with you. Let's start that journey together. Welcome to an incredible Lent that is yet to come.